Hi Aries, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Aries is your intuitive bi-weekly reading for the time between the 10th and 24th of April. I'm going to deal 6 cards initially and the first row will be for the first week, 10th to the 17th, and the second row will be for the second week. I've also done something a little bit different as well. So I always meditate before my readings, and I'm actually imbuing this reading with some Reiki, okay? And I don't, you know me, I don't really bang on about Reiki because it's such a beautiful, precious thing. But it is, intuitively, I know now that it's time to start to share Reiki with everybody. So this reading is imbued with Reiki, and when a specific, I won't tell you what the card's going to be, the specific card or the specific number that I have sort of initiated the Reiki in. And when you see that card, if that card comes up in this reading, you will receive your Reiki. Now, Reiki is delivered for your highest good and at the best time and the most appropriate time for you to receive it. So you might not actually receive the Reiki in this reading, but you will receive the healing if it's necessary for you. Okay, my darlings? So, as I said, I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera. We will get started now. Please, while I'm doing that, please press the like button and subscribe and click the bell if you haven't already done that. Okay, my darlings? Let's get started. You've got an interesting week coming towards you next week, Aries. Very interesting week that's coming towards you. So I'm quite intrigued to see, these want to go there. I'm quite intrigued to see what these cards are going to say to us. We've got an extra card there, which is your clarifying cards. Now, as I, you're very lucky, okay? This is the card at the bottom of your reading, and I'll let you into a little secret. It's the number 6s that the Reiki is imbued in. So you will definitely get your Reiki's Aries. You'll definitely get your healing Aries, okay? Absolutely fabulous. It's looking like it feels like a really quite an intense time coming towards you, but really transformative, really a lot of movement going to be happening for you guys over this next couple of weeks, Aries, okay? I would like to start off by saying happy birthday, Aries. Happy birthday to all you fabulous fire signs out there. And it's lovely to see that we see this card here at the base of your reading. The card at the base of your reading relates to the overall energy and perspective that you should look at this next couple of weeks through. And it's one of balance, harmony, because that's number 6. It's also a time of victory. It's also a time of celebration. It's also a time of gaining recognition too, Aries. So what a fabulous couple of weeks that you are coming toward. It might not feel like that right now. So where you're at right now in your life, you might not feel very victorious, very confident. But by the end of this next couple of weeks, you are going to be, okay? This is the perspective that you should see this reading through, okay? I'm just going to show you the astrology just quickly before we get started. We've got, this is your astrology. There's no point me going through it. You can read the full details of this below. I talk about the key dates below, okay? And those of you that follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you will have already read this already. And I just also want to draw your attention to the fact that Venus is now in Pisces, which means it's a very healing time for our heart chakras. I've done some readings about that, so intuitive readings about that already. So please feel free to watch those readings as well. I may add them to the end of the video if I remember. Okay, right, my darlings, let us get started. So this card wants to be the first card that you see, and it's this card, the Empress. Excellent. This is a card of expansion. It's number 3. Excuse me. Hello, Tiny. Yeah, Tiny is here. He's just sleeping. It's number 3 in the major arcana. This is the divine feminine. It's linked to the sun. It's linked to your 3rd chakra. Your 3rd chakra is all about expansion. Your 3rd chakra is all about you being comfortable being you in the world, you being happy being you in the world. And I feel like that's the journey that this next couple of weeks is going to take you on. I feel like your birthday season is going to take you on this journey. You're going to be growing and gaining in confidence. Hopefully some of you are starting off this time feeling like this, but if you're not feeling like this right now, you hopefully should be within the next couple of weeks. Okay, this card is an appreciation. It's about you appreciating how far you've come, you appreciating the work that you've done, you recognising the things that you've achieved, and you being able to say, do you know what, I've done well, you know, I'm doing okay. And that is really the card, the message really for this reading. It's very strongly coming through of a huge time for healing for you guys. Okay, so let's look at your next card then for this week. We've got the we've got the 2 of Cups, and this is a clarifier here. This might be where the healing's involved, but let's have a look. So this is beautiful, isn't it? We've got the 2 of Cups. Now, I've already mentioned to you the heart chakra and the healing of the heart chakra that is that Venus in Pisces has actually encouraged. The universe has actually helped us all in this area, all in this space. Okay, so the swords have been removed from the three of swords. If you remember that picture, the swords have been removed. So we are actually healing at the moment. We are actually balancing out, or the universe is helping us to balance out our karma. The universe is actually helping us to release some of our negative or fear-based responses and reactions when it comes to love and relationships. That's happening automatically. Some of you could be coming into unions. Some of you could be coming into unions around this time. Okay, you know that the divine masculine, the divine feminine, all that stuff we've been talking about. A lot of readers, including myself, have been talking about those aspects. And actually, this is something that seems to be coming forth for you guys. Now, look at this card here. So this suggests, this is clarifying this. This suggests that there may have been separation. Or you may currently be in separation from a soulmate or from a twin flame, from a partner. Someone that you love, someone that you care about, someone that you feel deeply for. This could suggest that you've been in separation from that person. But again, as I said to you, this is where the healing is involved. This is the healing that is necessary. It's necessary to have these moments of separation because it helps us to recognize what we need to release, where our negative attachments have been. So it's as if there needs to be a recognition, and the universe is giving you that time right now, or has been giving you that time to recognize that there are things that I need to let go of. There are fears, there are worries, there are concerns that no longer serve me, okay? And I need to let go of those things. This is what that suggests. So some of us, also, if you've been single for some time, for example, or if you felt isolated in a relationship, for example, the appearance of all these 4 cards here suggests that time is about to change. That isolation, that singleness, that is something that's going to shift. That energy is about to shift for you, okay? So let's have a look at your next card then for this week. So this is this week, remember. So some of us have got some exciting times coming forth, okay? Now, I don't usually do this, but I'm hiding that clarifier, and I'm going to put that one up for you first of all. These are the stories that we tell ourselves in our minds. You know, I urge you to check out the Key Wisdom playlist and check out the video about the number 7s, because number 5s and number 7s are very challenging numbers. They're all numbers, energetic experiences. So they are, when we go through number 7s and number 5s, what we are asked to do is we're asked to we're in a way forced to face up to things. And in this instance, it's about understanding what you're thinking, your perspective, your ideas, your understanding about something, okay? Your clarity and how you're communicating. So this is like, people talk about this card about being deception and manipulation. I see all tarot experiences as archetypes of what you're experiencing currently within your energy, within yourself. So this to me tells me that there's something within your mind that needs to shift, that needs to change, something that you're not quite sure of or clear about. It might be that you're deceiving yourself about the feelings that you have for somebody, for example, or that you're telling yourself that you want somebody when you don't, or vice versa, for example. However, look at the card that comes out to clarify this. So this is what I'm talking to you about. There's going to be a change. I felt that immediately when I dealt the cards. It seems like there's been, for some of you, you've been in a way stuck in a... I said that, and then these cards started winking at me. I think it's that one, or is it them too? Some of you have been stuck in a way of thinking about the past. It's like the narratives that you tell yourself. The sevens to me link very clearly to Mercury retrograde. I'm going all over the place here, but try to bear with me. The sevens to me link to Mercury retrograde. And I always feel the energy of Mercury retrograde, which Mercury is now direct, by the way, but the energy for me about Mercury retrograde is that it helps us to remember things that we've forgotten about ourselves. And it helps us to forget things that we have held on to for so long. That's why it's such a confusing time. Okay? So it's as if there are stories that you've told yourselves about a lover, about a past relationship, about yourself. You're not good enough to be in a relationship. You don't deserve it. You believed what she said. You believed what he said. You thought that you were no good. This is that type of energy. And again, as I said to you at the start of the reading, we are healing from these narratives. We are healing from these stories. This week is about you recognizing that this is what is available to you right now. And it starts from you. It starts from within. You have got to start to recognize that you are worthy of love, that you are capable of love, that you are deserving of love. Some of you believed what other people told you. Some of you believed that because it never worked out in the past, because all the other relationships didn't work, it's not going to work again. No, that's not true. That's what he's saying. You're telling yourself, well, I'm useless. I'm never going to find anybody. I've been single for too long, or that divorce happened, or she cheated on me, or he cheated on me, or whatever. That's you telling yourself that. And the universe is like, no. You've got the opportunity. You have got the opportunity right now, literally, whilst Venus is in Pisces, and then it moves into your sign. Right now, you have got the opportunity to change that narrative because you have been stuck. Look, this is your intuition. So it's as if you know intuitively that this is falsehoods. You know that that's just in your mind. You know that those are just stories that you're telling yourself. And it's now time to overcome those things. We've got another two here. We've got two twos here now. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got, Ace of Cups and a 3. So it's... 1, 2, 3. What I'm talking about is movement. What I'm talking about is change. What I'm talking about is growing understanding, an expansion in our understanding, which actually also the Empress represents. You know, these stars are not just here for fancy. These stars are here because this actually represents an expansion of your awareness and your understanding. And that is exactly what is happening, Aries. You are healing, okay? And you've got to let yourself heal. You know, it's interesting because the High Priestess is ruled by the moon as well. So the High Priestess is linked to the moon. The moon is linked to Pisces. I've just been talking to you about Venus in Pisces. So this is kind of it's the same energy in this reading. Venus in Pisces, healing from what is within, from what's beneath the surface, from the stories that we've told ourselves, from the monologue that goes on, that's been playing in your mind for so long that you have stopped hearing it. You've stopped hearing that you don't believe in yourself. You've stopped hearing that you think you're not lovable. You've stopped hearing that you think you've stopped hearing it, but it's just a constant monologue. You've got the opportunity, as I said, whilst, especially now, and actually whilst it's going to be in your sign as well, because Venus will move into your sign as well, you have got the opportunity to actually hear some of these things. You've got the opportunity to hear, oh my gosh, I am putting myself down. Oh my gosh, I am telling myself I do not deserve better than this. You've got the opportunity to hear that this week. You've got the opportunity to hear that this month and actually heal from it. Okay? The universe will give you balance. If you have been treated unfairly in the past, if you have been lied to, cheated on, if you've put all the energy and effort into a relationship and it didn't work in the past, that can change. That can change and will change. And the universe is helping you right now, Aries, to change those things, to heal from those things, okay? I feel like I'm repeating it because it's like, this isn't me. You know I read intuitively, so you know that the message comes through exactly how it's meant to come through. There's no ego involved in tarot, not where there can't be. Okay, and remember that we should be seeing this whole reading through this point of view, okay? Through this perspective. Through victory, okay? So I do feel like you're going to overcome some of these things that some of you have held on to for so long, okay? So let's have a look at this next week then, okay? So from the 18th to the 24th, okay? I want to look at this one first. Excellent. So this is your card, okay? So this is you. I mean, I want to give you a round of applause right now. Sorry if you're listening through headphones. Woo! Okay. Because the reason I'm clapping is because this is your card, this is your sign, this is your energy, okay? This is you standing in your personal power. Now, the beauty of the Emperor is that the Emperor is not only the boss, and I say this every time, the Emperor is the boss, not just because he's confident, but his confidence, or your confidence, comes from knowing this. It comes from understanding the things that you have been holding on to. It comes from understanding what your limitations are or what your fears are. The Emperor has been on a journey. Again, those mountains in the background aren't just there for decoration. Those mountains in the background are representative of the work that you need to undertake in order to become the Emperor. And it looks like for you guys next week, well, tarot times, blah, blah, blah. But it looks like this is the energy that you're walking into. You're walking into this confidence. And it's been a struggle. It's been a strain. But look, we've got another 2. I'm happy. We've got an opportunity here. We're going to be leaving behind, where is he? Him, or that energy. You know, sorry. We're going to be leaving behind the 7 of Swords, these thoughts that we tell ourselves. We're going to be leaving that behind. We're going to be leaving it behind, these isolations, isolating yourself. Well, I'm not going to bother dating. What's the point? I'm not going to bother going out with him or her. What's the point? You're going to be leaving that behind. You're going to be stepping into your power. You're going to be recognizing, do you know what? I am worthy. Do you know what? Yeah, I need to let that go. I don't need, just because he treated me or she treated me like that doesn't mean, or just because my parents divorced doesn't mean, you know, this is the progress, the 1, the 2, the 3. This is a progress, yeah? We've got 1, 2, 3, literally this reading goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we've got all those numbers in this reading. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the moon is number 9, so we might get there. We might get to 9 as well. We might have the other ones. But anyway, what I'm talking about is these are steps. This is progress. You are making progress. You are healing through. And the 2 of Wands represents stepping through that door, taking the opportunity. It's a new doorway that's opening for you, a new portal that's opening for you. You know, here the globe represents travel. It represents the world being your oyster. It represents opportunities being available to you. And it's about let me leave behind what I felt, let me leave behind what I thought before, and let me step into this new world and have some new experiences, okay? And you can do that confidently, and you can celebrate that. So again, for those people that have been in separation, those people that have been stuck in a job, or in a way of thinking that has actually held you back, held you down, suppressed you. It's time to move on from those. This is excellent to see these cards here. We see progress, we see movement, we see confidence, we see success, and that's exactly what we should see, okay? So Aries, what a lovely reading for you. Let's look at this again, another 6 again. So I'm happy to see this card. More healing coming your way, more Reiki coming your way, my darlings. I'm happy to see this card of reciprocity. This card basically means your efforts will be rewarded. All of your efforts will be rewarded. This is that balance we're talking about. This is that balance that we are talking about. If it didn't work out with the last person, if it didn't work out in the last job, even though you tried your hardest, even though you put all the effort in and it still didn't work out, if it didn't work out then, that effort hasn't been lost. That energy that you put in hasn't been lost. The balance will be restored for you. That's what this card represents, because you've learned something from putting the energy and effort into that old job, or to that old relationship, or to healing. You've earned something. The universe has taken notes, and the universe is saying, right, okay, Aries, it's time now. It's time for you to get what you deserve. It's time for you to get what you deserve. For some of you, that's new love. For some of you, that's new opportunities in work. Whatever it is for you in your life, healing, physical healing also. You know, obviously, we know what this year's been like. It's been very intense energetically. There's been a huge amount of illnesses going around. And that's just because that's the universe's way of saying it's time for you to sit back and rest. It's time for you to sit back and rest. So, and it's time for you to release. It's time for you to recognize that there are things to be released. I feel the hermit coming now. I've said that. But look, again, now it's time for change. Now it's time for movement. You know, it's spring. Spring has sprung, my darlings. And I hope you can feel that new energy, that new injection of energy, because you are moving forward. I mean, this is you. You know, this is your sign, Page of Wands. You know, we talk about pages being messengers. But it's also this injection of energy. It's also you feeling, it's also actual energy that you'll feel. It's the urge, the motivation that you feel to go in a direction. This is you guys saying, okay, let me join Tinder. Let me get on Grindr. Oh my gosh. Side note, I was with a friend other day, and we were in Manchester, and he was on Grindr. I tell you what, some of those guys on there, I mean, obviously I know they're not going to want me, but I mean, whew, they like hot pictures. Anyway, I digress, darlings. But this is you. This is you going, I'm going in that direction. I feel like it's time. And actually going for it. Actually making that time. Look at this. I mean, this reading is like beautiful. It's like poetry. And you know I'm a poet. It's poetry, this reading. It's poetry because it's showing progress, it's showing movement, it's showing growing in confidence, it's showing releasing things that you've held on to. It's showing that there's, as I said, opportunities, the new world. I mean, literally, I pointed the world out to you. It's literally stepping into a new world. And the new world, I always tell you, it's like we've lived on Earth, and we know what it's like to live on Earth, and we know what we need to survive. We need food, we need shelter, we need plants, etc., blah, blah, blah. But Mars is a new territory altogether. So yeah, you've got the things that you need. Remember the Fool, he only takes what he needs. Right, I'll take my supplies, but when I get there, I'm going to have to work out what it's like in this new environment. That's what it's like. It's like, do not expect this experience to be like that, to be like it was before. Do not expect. So just because the old job didn't work, or just because you struggled with pregnancy in the past, or just because you have been single or been cheated on or divorced, don't expect the same thing to happen again, because it ain't happening again. 2019 is about new experiences. 2019 is about transformations. I keep telling everybody. I mean, listen, if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you need to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, because I tell you, I tell you all, and people don't listen to me, this is a year of huge transformation. So don't be expecting the same experiences. Go for it. Even if you've been hurt in the past, even if the business failed in the past, even if the relationship failed in the past, you can go for it this time. This is a new experience. Expect a new experience to happen, because it's going to be new. It's like poetry, this reading. It's beautiful. Oh, I feel like I'm going to look at this. This is what you're doing. And I don't want you to do this. I mean, to be fair though, actually, I do in a way. I do in a way want you to do this, because the 9 of Swords, we're moving on from the 7, because this is us seeing the things that we're telling ourselves, seeing the things that you're telling yourself in your mind. So feel it. So have that night where you're actually up and you're like, and you let yourself feel the worry. You let yourself recognize that you are anxious about something good. Because once you are there, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm anxious about this, at least you know that you're anxious about it. At least you know that you've been worried about it. Not like this, where you're pretending, no, I ain't worried, no, I ain't. Yeah, you are. Good. Then once you recognise that you have been worried, that you have been afraid, that you have been anxious, once you see that, then you can move on. This is what is important. So stepping into the new opportunity, stepping into the new path, stepping into the new world might seem challenging, but I tell you what, it's transformative, and you're the emperor. So you're going to be successful, and the universe is supporting you, and there's nothing hidden anymore. There's an opportunity for you to love yourself. There's an opportunity to appreciate the experiences that you've had. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look, this is movement. This is change. I mentioned number 7 at the beginning. The only card we've not had is number 8. We need an 8, then we've got the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, I mentioned number 7, the number 7 video. Watch the video about the number 7s. 7s are about mysteries, understanding where this is understanding where I want to go and why I want to go there. This is an equal balance between what I feel on the inside and how I act on the outside. Number 7s are about authenticity. They're about truth. Only once we are aware of what we feel and what we really feel and what we really think, only when we're aware of that can we actually move on and make progress. Forward movement. That's what we need. Look. I love the fact that this is the last card out and that was the first card out, because this is the minor arcana equivalent of the Empress. So we've really got a nice sort of rounded, a nice synchronicity in this reading. We start off here. This wanted to be the first card out. And as I said, some of you right now, when you're watching this reading on the 9th or the 10th or the 11th, you might not feel like the Empress. But as I said to you right at the start of the reading, that's where you're headed. And the only struggle that you face is recognising the things that you've been holding on to. That's the only struggle that you face. It's seeing the things that you've held on to. I mean, I said I felt the Hermit, but obviously we've got the 9, so maybe that's how I was feeling the Hermit energy. We've got the number 9s here. You can be confident that all the energy that you've put in the past, even if it led to isolation, separation, feelings of inadequacy, being skint, having no money, feeling barren, feeling useless, feeling worthless, even if in the past all that energy led you to feel like that, now these cards indicate that the universe is balancing the scales for you. The universe is saying, no, the effort, it's not been wasted, the energy. No, it's here. Look at everything you've achieved. Look, we're paying you back now. The universe is paying you back now for all that healing, for all that effort. So take it. Okay, what a beautiful reading, Aries. I love this reading for you, and it's just beautiful. It's poetic, and this is a type of reading that I love. So, Aries, I'm not going to bang on anymore. I'm going to tell you to read the number 7. To actually read the description box below, because it'll give you a breakdown of these key dates. Because we're in retrograde season now. We're in retrograde season now from today. Jupiter goes retrograde, so again, transformations. So we're in retrograde season now, so read the description box below. Make sure that you like this video and share this video on your Instagram, on your Facebook, whatever, if you think it's going to be helpful to somebody else, and subscribe and click the bell so that when I upload new content, you can get notifications and you can see the readings. I love reading your comments. I read your comments always, so leave me a comment if you want to discuss this, and we'll discuss it. Okay, this is a beautiful time for you, Aries. So please enjoy the healing that you're going through. Even if it's challenging, even if this day is, it's hard. But we need days like this, because if we don't have nights like this, then we don't get to move on from them. We just carry them around with us. Yeah? So we need it. So just know that this is such a healing, beautiful time for you. And recognise, as I said, that's because the universe is helping us, because Venus is in Pisces, and then again, hidden emotions, what's beneath. And then Venus is in your sign. So it's like, it's time for you to transform some of your romantic karma, some of your love karma, some of your heart chakra limitations that have been there, that you've been carrying around for a long time. It's time for you to transform from them, Aries, okay? I hope you loved that reading. Please catch the Twin Flame reading and the Venus in Pisces reading. And you can support my channel by giving this video a thumbs up and by sharing it. You can make a donation if you like, you don't need to, but just as I said, thumbs up and sharing really does help to support. Thank you so much for being here, my fabulous Aries. Have a wonderful birthday season, and I'll see you all again very soon with your next readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye.